Don't follow my picks. I suck. I had a bad week with NFL, with college, with baseball. Man.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. This is week 2 of NFL picks, ChatGPT versus me. And boy, did I have a rough week. ChatGPT went 3-1 with the Chiefs covering -3, the Packers covering +6, Cardinals covering +6, and then the only pick they got wrong was the Browns -2.5, which I honestly thought that the Browns were going to win too. So, and then I picked, Texans -3, they won by 2. Giants +1.5, they got annihilated by Sam Darnold. Titans +160, that game was just annoying. And then the Broncos +220. Bo Nix just had a really bad debut, 2 interceptions. I think he only threw 100 and something yards. They could have won that game still, though. It was a close one. But let's turn the page. Let's get back at it. Let's go for week 2. Let's try to catch up because we are down 3-1 to 0-4. And this time, Chat has only picked 3 picks. They had Bills +2 against Miami, Bengals, which is shocking, +6 against Kansas City Chiefs, and Cowboys -3 against the New Orleans Saints, which is the one I kind of like out of their picks. So, again, let's start with Bills. They said Bills +2 versus Miami Dolphins. Bills have dominated this rivalry, which they have in recent years, winning 9 of the last 10 matchups. Despite some injury concerns with Josh Allen, he's always banged up. They are still a solid pick against Miami. Allen has thrown multiple touchdown passes in 13 straight games against the Dolphins, which gives Buffalo an edge here. So I'll put up the prop on the total for the Josh Allen touchdowns if it's ±2.5 or so. So look out for that. That's a little something you might want to sprinkle on. We also have Cincinnati Bengals +6 versus Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to have to drink some water on this one. Bengals. After a slow start in week 1, the Bengals are looking to bounce back. Joe Burrow has had a history of performing well against the Chiefs, and the Bengals have covered the spread in the recent meetings against Kansas City. The Chiefs are also dealing with some early season struggles, making Cincinnati a good underdog bet. I don't know what struggles they're dealing with. The Chiefs looked like Super Bowl contenders. They beat the Ravens, even though it was a back and forth game. I still liked that game. Was pretty good, honestly. It was really one of the best games for week 1. Now we have Dallas Cowboys versus the New Orleans Saints, and they picked Dallas Cowboys -3. Cowboys defense was strong week 1, which they were. They were going after Deshaun Watson. He was running for his life, and although their offense wasn't explosive, they capitalized on turnovers and special teams. The Saints have an impressive opener, but Dallas's balanced approach can give them the edge of the spread. This is the only pick I said I kind of like, but now that I'm thinking about it, Derek Carr looked amazing, like the old Derek Carr from the Raiders when he got drafted, the one that everybody expected Derek Carr to be, and when he came to the New Orleans Saints. He looked really good, so this is going to be a tough pick. But, I mean, no, it's not my picks, so who cares? So, all right, so now back to my stuff. We have the Ravens versus the Raiders. Ravens -9. Broncos versus the Steelers. I went with the over, and I'll tell you why. Texans versus the Bears, and I also went with the over. So, Ravens versus the Raiders. I went -9. The trends, again, with the Raiders, the under is 11-5, which scares me. In their last 16 games, the Ravens have always covered 7-1 at home, and the under is also 5-0 when the Raiders play the AFC North. But when they play the Ravens, this is when the Raiders play every other AFC North team. They're 5-0, but when they play the Ravens have the over has always hit 6-0 in the last 6 meetings. So you may want to sprinkle the over on that one, or sprinkle the under. That was 11-5. But I do think the Ravens are going to dominate the Raiders. That's why I went with -9. They looked good, even without Mark Andrews. Well, Mark Andrews was healthy, but that kid Lively is phenomenal. It was this much to win the game. This much on the white line. And then, of course, you're going to see Derrick Henry do some Derrick Henry things. They have an explosive offense. Lamar Jackson is probably going to be MVP. Maybe, maybe not. But that's my vote for MVP if it's not CJ Stroud. We also now have next up Broncos versus Steelers. The over is 36.5. I like the over on this. It's basically two college QBs going at it. I mean, Justin Fields has been in the league for a little bit, but he starts for week 2. Russell Wilson is still injured, banged up. Bo Nix did struggle last week, but I believe this is his revenge game. He never goes back-to-back struggling games, so I believe he does good. And then George Pickens may light up this defense. That's why I'm not picking between either of the two, because I think this is going to be a high-scoring offense, back and forth. Their defenses aren't great, so it is Mike Tomlin, though. He is pretty good with defense, but I like the over on this one. It's very low, too, so 36.5, which is, I would expect 40, 42, but 36.5, if you could get it at 36.5, you get it. And then the Texans versus the Bears, over 45.5. Again, this is basically two college quarterbacks going at it. CJ Stroud in his second year, Caleb Williams the #1 draft, first year. Both loaded wide receiver offenses, some pretty good, decent defenses, but I like the over. I may sprinkle a little bit on the Houston Texans money line or spread because they are my team. But Houston, fun fact, Houston is 7-3 at home last year, and the Bears were 2-7 last year away. The only thing different between the Bears is now they have Caleb Williams, and Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze, or how you pronounce his name. They loaded up, so that number may change this year. Again, though, those are my picks: Ravens -9, Broncos Steelers over, and Texans Bears over. What do y'all think? Are y'all gonna tell me? Are y'all gonna fade me? Are y'all gonna tell the chat? Fade the chat? Let me know y'all's picks down in the comments. Like and subscribe. This is week 2 of NFL. Check out week 1, how bad we did. It's embarrassing. I also do college football, so college football will come out Friday before the Saturday games start. This will come out Wednesday, which is basically today for me, before Thursday night games. And yeah, also we'll have some sports card breaks. I have Topps Composite coming out pretty soon, and then the Halloween Score Soccer with my wife coming out pretty soon. So, like and subscribe. Check out the next video, guys, and see y'all later. Bye.